And somebody has a thumbs down. Okay.
Hello?
Hello.
Are we back? Welcome back, everybody. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, that's why you're... Okay, well, let's fix that, shall we? Hello?
Oh. Did you fix it?
Yeah, it's just pain in the ass. There we go. Always one hiccup. Always one hiccup. All right. Welcome, everybody, to more Drak Let's Play Live on the week of Bloodborne. And unfortunately, we're going to start things off in the most boring way possible because I'm just doing a little bit of grinding. So we have blood vials so that we can do as many attempts on bosses as we can. I was wondering if it was a little quiet. Okay. Hopefully everybody is having an awesome Tuesday. I'm tired. We've had a very interesting day today because we had to take our kids to their yearly checkup. And it's just a good idea to get it done all at once.
On the same day and just be done with it.
Yep. And that's what we did. But it is still a ordeal to just get it done.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm glad we got it done, but at the same time, just like, now I'm tired. Why is it an ordeal? Well, first of all, my oldest has a school schedule, so she's still got to go to school in the middle of all that. So I've still had to, like, drive her around to all of the various places. And then we had to round up our youngest, who is always a handful to round up. And then you have to keep them entertained in a doctor's office and in a examination room that they don't want to be in. That they absolutely just don't want to be in. And that they're sitting there and dreading going, am I going to get a shot? Am I going to get a shot? Am I going to get a shot? And thankfully, Melody, I think she took it like a trooper. She was just like, you know what? I'm just going to explore the room. Our oldest, Aria, had to be entertained to get her mind off of it. And of course, in the case of the examination, the other thing that has to be considered there, which is kind of annoying, is in order for them to be examined, mommy must help them. Like, they must have mommy's assistance and courage to face the mean doctor man.
And it wasn't daddy?
No, they did their examinations with you.
Yeah. Oh, I'm supposed to didn't kill it in one go.
It doesn't have that much damage yet. Yeah, the Chikage is +8, whereas Ludwig's Holy Blade is +9. So, yeah. That I explained that. But yeah, that was our day. And plus, we had to do lots of driving because, unfortunately, my oldest cannot get a bus to drop her off to the therapy that she needs. So Daddy has to do it.
That sucks.
And, well, I mean, we could hire private transportation, but that would be out of our pocket.
True.
So I have to drive all the way out to Cottonwood Heights, which is, like, without traffic, it's probably like a 20-minute drive. Actually, without traffic, it's probably more like a 15-minute drive. So that sucks. And then I had to go back. And then a few hours later, I had to go back and pick her up. And then drop her off at school. And thankfully, school is like maybe 5 minutes away. Maybe. I don't have to go through a single frickin' light, so it doesn't really matter.
It's weird how when your blood comes off after you sheath it or something like that.
Well, that's the separate function.
Oh, really?
So it uses my blood as a poison.
Oh.
So so if you notice, like, watch my health bar really quick, okay?
Okay.
It starts ticking down
Oh my gosh.
because of the poison. So I have to, well, but I also get the added effect of poison on my weapon. So I can, like, if you play your cards right and you do that to a boss, it actually can be really helpful. But I just care about the base katana, so I don't really care about the rest. And I'm just doing that to the big monsters because a death blow just pretty much nukes them. And so they're an easy couple of souls to get. Okay.
Whee!
Yep. And this is pretty much my grinding run. And I do have, see, I actually forgot to do this last night when we were grinding, and it probably would have netted us a couple of more blood vials. I actually have, like, runes on me that allow for more blood echoes, especially if we use what's called a visceral attack. That's the backstab. If you use a visceral attack on the enemy, then you get more souls more blood echoes out of it. So, if you look at it from that perspective, those big guys are giving an excess of probably like I think it's plus 500 blood echoes for that. I might be wrong. I need to double check the numbers, but it's more, and that's what matters. Okay, so 42. I'm gonna go ahead and say like 30. My goal right now is just to aim for like 200 blood vials, and then we'll start with Lawrence the First Vicar. I'm not sure how that's said, and frankly, the Bloodborne community is not helpful on that.
Really?
No, because they're debating it too.
Like, what do you mean? Like, doing
How to say it, Vicar or Vicar.
Oh.
I'm not sure about the vernacular here because it could be more of a creative thing. Alright, so here we go again. Okay. Dang it. I don't need Quicksilver bullets. I actually have a lot of those. Oh, that's cute. Cursed beasts. Hey, J-Rock, how you doing?
Hello.
Welcome, my friend. So while I'm grinding out these 200 vials, I actually want to have a little bit of a discussion, at least for the viewers that join us on tonight's stream. I'll probably bring it up with some others too, but so I've been debating for a while. In case people don't know this, on Twitch we have hit the designated 50 subs that you need, and I think we meet all of the other criteria to go ahead and join the Twitch affiliate program for streaming. But if I do that, there's some benefits, but there's also cost. And so I'm debating whether or not to do it. So the benefits would be that I believe at that level, I get a subscription button. People can then subscribe to my feed and be able to support it that way. And so at that point, we kind of get that. I think also at the lowest end, you also get the Amazon links, and if people buy things through your Amazon links, you get a cut of it. So financially, that's really cool, and that would be awesome. But then there is a downside, because in order to do that, Twitch affiliates have to stream exclusively on Twitch. So the stream must happen on Twitch. After 24 hours, the stream can go other places. Which might not necessarily be a bad thing, because I do know a lot of people who love the streams. They have to watch it the next day, roughly. So, in some cases, some of them watch it at work. I didn't say that. So I am debating whether or not that would be a worthwhile thing to do. And I'd like you guys' input on it, because obviously, like, a lot of people join us on YouTube, and that means they would not be able to join live unless they went to Twitch. And you'd be welcome there. But then you just have to wait until 24 hours later, and then I can put the stream up on YouTube. That's kind of the downside for it. But, on the upside, we would be able to, hopefully, I say hopefully, gain some revenue out of it. Which, obviously, if I get money coming in, then I can put more money towards the stream, and I can be able to do snazzy things like hire editors, or, get better cameras, be able to get maybe a better setup. I don't know. There's a lot of ideas there, and obviously it would be kind of a small start, but it'd be a start. So, obviously, I'd like you guys' input on that. We'll talk about other things, but in the meantime, I would like to know what you think. Andrea's already kind of told me what she thinks, and it's pretty much what I expected. Which is that she doesn't care. Do what you want. Well, I don't know what I want. That's why I'm asking you, damn it. So, yeah. There you go. That's the main discussion. Now let's talk about George Takei being an absolute bastard on Twitter.
Why do we want to talk about him?
Do you even know who George Takei is?
No.
Okay. So George Takei is part of the original cast of the first ever Star Trek.
Okay.
Okay. So he played Commander, I think it was a commander in the series, Commander Sulu.
Okay.
George Takei is a Japanese American who has gained, obviously Star Trek went off like gangbusters. Oh, hello, Rising Sun. Evening.
Hello.
So Star Trek went off like gangbusters, and so he is a very celebrated icon in the nerd culture for his role in Star Trek. Okay? Well, in recent years, we've learned a couple of things about George Takei. One, that he's gay. Okay, cool. Don't really care. I think he's even married. And he's also decided to join the ever-loved social justice bandwagon. Oh, jeez, where's my water bottle? Oh, there it is. The way he's joined it is he's been very vocal about the history surrounding World War II, specifically around the Japanese internment camps that happened just after Pearl Harbor. And he's been very critical of the U.S. for doing that, which, you know what? During that time, I can kind of understand that. Except, I can't understand it when he became a fucking hypocrite. Because guess what he's saying now about those who refuse to take the vaccine for COVID? We should round them all up and put them into camps. Oh. Fuck you, George Takei. You and that fake soapbox you claim to stand on.
Okay.
The guy who has criticized in the past the United States for the Japanese internment camps that happened in World War II is now saying that we must go to the World War II solution and just imprison people for not taking a goddamn vaccine. There's somebody there that is not learning from history. Would the audience like to tell me who that is? I've commented on this on Twitter, but I want to bring it here too, because to me that was like the straw that broke the camel's back. I was willing enough to have him be a preachy little asshole, because in some cases he might have made some good points. But and this is actually the saddest thing when it comes to the vaccine and social justice. I have lost respect for so many Star Trek cast members. The other one that I love is...
You said it, J-Rock.
What a dick. Exactly. What a dick. Because he absolutely is. No, this is the efforts of hypocrisy. So you know who LeVar Burton is, don't you?
No.
Did you ever watch Reading Rainbow as a kid?
I've heard... I mean, I haven't, like, watched it, like... But I know what it is. Uh-huh.
Okay, so... LeVar Burton was the host of Reading Rainbow. But he also was the chief engineer, Geordi LaForge, in Star Trek The Next Generation. Mm-hmm. Okay? Yeah, Geordi from TNG. But he also hosted Reading Rainbow, and a lot of people know him for that. Like, there's an entire generation of kids that know him for Reading Rainbow. Well, he decided that he didn't, like... So he decided to throw his hat into the cancel culture ring earlier this year and say it's not cancel culture, it's consequence culture. The premise being is that you're not being canceled, you're just having to suffer the consequences of your free speech. And outright mocking the fans for disagreeing with him on the consequence culture stance. Do you want to know what's even funnier about that, Andrea? A month later, or no, it was like 2 months later, Alex Trebek passed away. And this asshole wanted the fans that he just spurned to start an advertisement campaign to make him the new host of Jeopardy. Can you imagine what we did?
I don't want to imagine.
We gave him a resounding fuck you! And he didn't get the job, and now he's bitter. Like I said, I've lost a lot of respect for the Star Trek actors. And frankly, a lot of the ones that are dead would be smacking them in the face too. And that includes Leonard Nimoy, and that includes Rene Auberjonois. Not even Patrick Stewart is immune from that. He's made comments on it, but thankfully he's been quieter than the others. Because otherwise he'd probably have far bigger backlash because he has so many geek culture roles in his resume.
You're not killing that dog?
There's no need to.
Okay.
Yeah, if they resurrect, you don't get blood echoes from them. So.
Oh, I didn't. I thought that one didn't.
Nope, that was a resurrection. Trust me, I've done this route a number of times. I know what's a resurrection and what's new. Because one of the things that happens in this place is, like, some of the humanoid enemies, they'll resurrect. And you have to deal with them again. Except, you don't get blood echoes from it. In other news, the Taliban approves of anime?
Hello, Kasaiba.
Hello, Kasaibo. Can you clarify this for me? Also, in other words, Megan Rapinoe looks like fucking Joe Biden. That's disgusting. Yeah, I'm curious. Like, what do you guys think of the whole Afghanistan situation? I mean, I know what Twitter thinks. Twitter can't decide. But the consensus is pretty much that Joe done fucked up. Hello, amazing friends. Long time no see. Anime Atlas, welcome.
Hello.
It is good to see you as well. Especially after we got our carpet fixed. And no, I'm not going over that story again. Not even for you, Atlas. Not even for, I've done it before. It's on the previous podcast. He already knows some details, but yeah. How do people feel about how that situation was handled? I think it was a ginormous fustercluck. Personally. But then again, it's been a fustercluck since... When did we go initially? 2001? Yeah. Yeah, 2001, because it was shortly after 9/11 happened. So, yeah, for that long. There's another chat up there. I just can't read it because of the combat.
Someone asked a Taliban fighter on the Twitter, and he didn't have a problem with K-On! Don't tell Alex.
They specifically asked about K-On! Of all anime? K-On! Really? Be fucking asking about, like, I don't know, it's the Taliban, so I'd probably find something offensive. Be fucking asking their opinion on... Oh, I'm trying to think of, like, a good anime to ask him about. I wouldn't ask him about fucking K-On! Cute little girls, they don't give a shit. And Kasaibo's gonna murder me for saying that, but it's okay. I won't tell Alex. Yet. No, the best thing that I've enjoyed this, and a lot of people get mad at me for enjoying this. Count Dankula has been having a lot of fun in light of this. He basically turned himself into he's widely regarded on Twitter. He basically turned himself into a Taliban.
Can't you believe that there's going to be a Star Wars anime?
There's not going to be a Star Wars anime. There's going to be a collection of animated features. There already was a Star Wars anime. Go look it up. And in fact, if that doesn't make visions, then fuck them. Reminds me when Towley asks if there's been a Taliban. Ah! Don't forget to bring your towel. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's a ginormous fustercluck. In fact, my favorite... I wish I could put this up. Maybe I'll put it up on the Discord, but my favorite thing that has come out of this whole mess, and I'm not going to show it on screen here because I'm pretty sure YouTube would find a way to ban me if I did. But I'm just going to give you guys kind of a hint of what it was. If you guys haven't seen this on Twitter, go look it up. Basically, it looks like it's a Pornhub video, and it's called "Man Pulls Out Too Quick and Makes Huge Mess," and it's Joe Biden.
Really?
Yeah, I love it. That's great. Man pulls out too quick and makes huge mess, because that's exactly what Joe Biden did.
Oh, brother.
I'll put it
Were
up on
you
the Discord
guys
server.
able to get most of the carpet fixed up?
Yeah, we got it fixed.
Yeah.
We just had to deal with an incompetent carpet company.
That's
in the
why it
meantime.
took so long for
Yeah.
us to get back.
That's why it was
Because
absolute bullshit.
the people that were originally supposed to do it
Took
way
too long.
So luckily,
And they sent kids to do the job, which made it worse.
have you met those kids?
Yes, I met them personally.
Okay.
And it was very clear they didn't want to do their job.
So basically, any hour took it upon themselves to actually.
Yeah, the company that originally installed the AC, they said, "Oh yeah, that's stupid," and their installer actually created the mess to begin with, so that's why they were willing to pay for it.
and
So at
willing
that
to
point, the guy, the manager that I'd been dealing with, was like, "You know what? I'm gonna send out a guy after your vacation to put the carpet back down, and then I'm gonna send out another guy to clean your carpet." And the funniest thing about that whole deal, how long were they here? They couldn't have been here longer than an hour each.
Yeah, they came Monday to at least put the carpet back, and then the next day they came and at least cleaned the carpet.
Yeah,
So-
and neither one of them was here longer than maybe, like, definitely not an hour. Definitely not. I
At
want to
least-
say like 40 minutes each.
Yeah.
Because, I know the picture kind of makes it look like it's a big section of our room. It's not even a quarter of the office. It really wasn't. The only reason that we had the office down was because we were basically told we had to treat the office like a fucking crime scene. Like, we couldn't do anything because they had to go fix it. And so it's like, oh, okay, well, I guess you're going to cut me off from one of the sources of income that I have in life. Thanks. And I explained that to the carpet company numerous times, and finally I just said, you know what, F it. I'm going back to the manager and explaining it to him. Because I'm pretty sure, guys, if a carpet company was literally preventing you from earning a living, you'd have something to say about it, wouldn't you? Now, granted, is it my only way of making money? No. But it is a source of revenue. So at that point, you're cutting me off from money that I could use to pay my medical bills. So of course I'm going to be pissed about it. Sorry, I'm cutting a promo on the carpet company. By the way, Atlas, you must have seen it. You must have seen Punk. He's back, baby. I literally missed it because it happened just as we were recording the podcast. But CM Punk, after 7 years of not exile, self-imposed exile from pro wrestling, has returned. And he has returned for the competition. Yeah, I'm very excited about it. It was great. That's all I have to say about it. CM Punk's back, baby. Woohoo! I'm very tempted to go and get that pay-per-view because I've never seen, like, I'd love to see a current CM Punk match. Because this would be the Indies kind of CM Punk, so at that point it would be much more enjoyable. I've seen some of his WWE matches, and they're okay. I like the Money in the Bank match with John Cena.
While you guys were busy getting the carpet situation figured out, I was too busy. I was too busy building my brother's computer.
Yeah, you were telling me about that. Have we learned our lesson?
Oh yeah, CM Punk is going to do great in AEW.
AEW.
WWE better think of some plans real quick before they lose even more ratings.
Well, I think they've pretty much got their plan in motion. That's why they've done all the most recent releases. I tend to agree with some of the wrestling YouTubers. They're looking for talent that can maintain like multiple kinds of gimmicks and are versatile. So at that point, I think that is what they're going to do. But I do like the fact that Meltzer and a couple of other places are saying that Vince McMahon was apparently visibly worried when CM Punk arrived in AEW in his hometown of Chicago, because the pop, like I was watching a video after the fact, Andrea, but I guarantee you there were a couple of times in that pop where the audience was deafening. Like, the audio couldn't even register it.
Really?
Yeah. Because the music would block out, and one of the things I really like is CM Punk has acquired the rights through WWE to have In Living Color's Cult of Personality. So, like, I like that song. Weirdly enough, I don't know why, but I do. And you could actually, like, things got so loud you couldn't hear anything on the video. And it was great to see. I especially loved all the people in the audience that had tears in their eyes. To see CM Punk back, because this is his hometown of Chicago. So at that point, like, this is the audience that you need to please, because it's one of the hardest wrestling audiences to get. It's a very difficult market to go over in, and Punk is no doubt over. He is over and a half. Okay. Well, we have 250. Do we feel comfortable with that, Andrea?
I think so.
Let's actually, first things first. I think I can upgrade a weapon. So, if I have a choice. Dang it, I can't do the Chicago because it's in that case now. I'm not gonna do anything because I want 8. So I can upgrade it, and then at that point, all I need is a Blood Rock, which I have no idea how I'm going to get, but okay. No, frankly, I think they've executed their plans as best as possible, Atlas, so that's going to be the most that we see. And yeah, that's really all I have to say about it. I loved what Punk's motivation was. Basically, so CM Punk has been an indie wrestler for most of his life, and he's made it clear on a number of podcasts he loves helping younger talent succeed.
Mm-hmm.
And it sounds to me like that is the premise of why he's going to AEW, is that he wants to work with a bunch of young talent, and he wants to help them get over. It's a wrestling term for get over the hump to be able to realize that dream, that success kind of thing. And so, like, they've already got him set up with a young up-and-comer named Darby Allin. I think it's this upcoming Sunday. And that'll be an interesting match, because that'll be the first time in 7 years that Punk has wrestled. I mean, he did MMA in between that. That'd actually be a really cool gimmick if he did what he said in his podcast and he actually wore fight shorts to the ring like Brock does. Considering, he has that. I mean, they already have Jake Hager do that gimmick, I think, but it'd still be cool if Punk did it as well, even though his MMA career wasn't the greatest.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll say that at the very least. Like, that would be amazing. Oh, crap.
What?
Drak forgot to put on the other runes.
Well,
so he could have more blood vials in a boss fight. Well,
we'll just have to do this.
We'll see if we've learned any lessons from taking on Lawrence the first time. Hello, Larry. Whoa! Whoa. I did not plan that well. Okay, well, that happened. That was a thing. Okay, that's fine, because then I can go back to the Hunter's Dream and fix that. So I can walk in with 27 blood vials, and then I'll be ready for a boss fight. By the way, I clarified the number. So it wasn't 5 that we had left last night, it was 7. So now we have 6. So hopefully, if we have a good night tonight, we can take down both Lawrence as well as Maria. And Maria would take us down to, well, after Lawrence, we'd be down to 5. And then after Maria, we would be below 5.
Well, let's just hope we can down.
Because once again, this is the week of Bloodborne. We need to beat the crap out of Bloodborne at this point. We've been here way too long. You got knocked the fuck out. No, I mean, you're not wrong. Mama said knock me out, and I, in fact, did get knocked out. Okay, so what we want to do is this one, and then... yeah. So, that should give me 27. I was also going to ask how far are you in this game since it's been a while. We have 6 bosses left. So right now what we're doing is we are working on the DLC because if you want to get the true end boss, you have to go complete some quests and then kill Murgo's wet nurse. And then when you go and face the end boss with those 3 items, you unlock the last boss. It's kind of like with Dark Souls 2, how we... oh, what was it? We did things in a certain order, and then we got the ultimate end boss, which was a DLC boss, the Scholar of the First Sin, and we beat that, even though we didn't beat all the bosses, and I'm not ashamed of that. Well, we missed 1.
Yeah, I know. It was
actually no, we missed 2 because there was a PvP boss too, and we couldn't do that. Because I was having such issues in the PvP area that I didn't want to figure it out. I didn't like Dark Souls 2. I just didn't. I've had a few people going like, if you had a chance to go back to Dark Souls 2, would you? Probably not. I'd have no problem going back to... going back to the original Dark Souls. I wouldn't do it with Dark Souls 2. Heck, I mean, you know, once the Steam Deck comes out, I'd have no problem playing Bloodborne on the Steam Deck, because at this point...
ow!
That's okay. I want this to happen.
No, you don't.
Yeah, we're actually... Atlas, we're coming up on a year playing Bloodborne. Now, we haven't played it straight for a year, but we're coming up on a year ago we started it for Halloween, so that's why I kind of want to get it done so we can move on to something else. Then we'll also do that with games like Horizon, because thankfully Horizon got delayed, and so at that point we can... Okay, good, 27. Yeah, Horizon got delayed, so we can finish up Zero Dawn, and then we can wait out Forbidden West. And we can get onto some other games, because it's cool to be able to just try out new games on the stream. Any games that you're looking forward to playing here pretty soon? I've got a few. But there's a lot of catching up that I also want to do. The other one that I've thought about doing, and I'm not sure how Andrea's going to feel about this. People might notice we have on... Okay, one of them must have had my soul. One of them is... On Wednesdays, we have been playing the God of War series. You know, we just barely started up God of War 2. And I don't know if the Wednesday daily streams are going to be able to happen anymore, because it's just so difficult to make them work. But we do have God of War Ragnarok coming out soon. And I would love to be able to catch up on that so that Andrea can see the 2018 God of War, and also get ready for Ragnarok, because I think she would, like me, she would love the PS4 God of War. Because up until that game, it was just like, oh, I've played God of War simply because, you know, I was asked to play God of War. I didn't really like it. I didn't know there were guns in Dark Souls. Yeah. Well, this is Bloodborne, so that wouldn't matter. It's a Souls game. But you might be right, because I haven't played Dark Souls 3. I know Diamond Ryan is very mad about that, but I just haven't gotten around to playing Dark Souls 3. And will I be playing Dark Souls 3 after Bloodborne? I'm honestly not thinking about it. If anything, I kind of want to go to Neo, because I need some more samurai games in my life right now. Kind of like Ghost of Tsushima over the weekend. By the way, we got that fixed. So, that's fixed. But I need more samurai games. Plus, I have been told that I would like Neo a lot more than the Souls games, because Neo is a Souls game with a plot. And that's been one of my bigger complaints about the Souls games that I have played up until Bloodborne, is there really isn't there are plot. Like, I can't say that there isn't a plot, but the plot is not, like, the center focus. It's if you want to go and look for it. The Dark Souls Gunslinger? There's worse in here. And welcome, Jiro.
Welcome.
Yeah, there's far worse, because there's a dude that I still haven't killed. It's a hunter with a Gatling gun. That's a sniper. I never went around to kill that guy.
All right.
Really quick before I walk through the wall, now that we have a couple more people, I brought this up earlier in the stream, and I'm going to bring it up to you guys, and I would like your input. So I technically have met the requirements to be able to stream or to apply for the Twitch affiliate program. So at that point, that would allow me a sub button. I'd be able to get people to sub to the Twitch channel, and also be able to gain a cut of Amazon links that would be below it, I think. But as a counter of that is the stream would have to be exclusively on Twitch, and then after 24 hours, I could put up the stream somewhere else. But I know that a few people join us on YouTube, and so at that point, I kind of want to bring it to you guys, because I'm still torn about the issue. I would really like to be able to get you guys' input on that matter, because I know a couple of people come from YouTube. Let's see, it's Dark Souls Gunslinger? No, I'm joking, Bloodborne is Dark Souls with game. Or with guns, yes it is. Zero good, okay. So yeah, feel free to let me know about that, and we have other discussions to be able to get to. It's gonna be fun. Okay, let's pretend like I'm taking this seriously. Ow, okay. I need the rod I need to know the rod distance here. Okay. Oh, good. Bam! Stab in the face. Okay. Ow! Okay, yeah, oh, jeez, he punched me in the ground. Okay. Oh, I'm surprised you can apply with so few people watching on Twitch compared to YouTube. Well, I mean, I have been told, at least as far as my Twitch, that I'm eligible. So, well, if you're looking to make a career as a streamer, then I will most definitely sub to you on Twitch. If you want to make some money, plus you should have like a donation button along the way as well. I have a donation button, actually. In the description, you can go to my Streamlabs, and you can donate there. Oh, and I just barely noticed. Nikes. Oh, I can't remember how I fixed this. Okay, I don't, hopefully it doesn't become a consistent problem, but.
Oh, what?
Oh, just I'm having that little buzz, or that flicker glitch on my camera.
Oh, yeah.
And I think it's primarily because the USB hub that the camera is hooked into it's also got the capture card in it. Or it's got the Elgato in it. So, but I can't remember how I fixed that. Damn it. Let's see. I tend to watch all streams on Twitch. Yep. And if it comes down to it, then I'll watch you on Twitch exclusively, so it's not a big deal to me. You deserve the audience and the money for it. Well, thank you, Atlas. I appreciate that. Oh yeah, I forget the difference. Affiliate is the first one. Yeah, it's a unique one. And I every time I think I get the rules, then I find out I don't get them. So
you get them, but yet you don't get them.
I thought I got them, but it's kind of like Gandalf with hobbits. Once he thinks he knows everything, then they surprise him once again. Okay. All right, so
let's try and figure how to beat this guy.
Well, I actually got a good distance. I got about a quarter into his health bar last time. There we go.
Strike! Just kidding.
No, unfortunately, I had one pin left.
I know.
So it's a spare.
Okay, it's a spare.
Oh, cool. And I'm getting a bunch of gems, so I might use those. See if I can upgrade some weaponry and get that much more damage on it. Okay, so
big things to grow is to
yeah, go ahead.
raid,
Sorry,
is to raid people on of a similar in size before you quit enough time to watch a little bit of the people stream, etc.
I'd love to be able to do that, but by the time we're done streaming, like I haven't found somebody that's around my audience that I could raid to, because I wouldn't mind doing it. Good way to network too, yeah. And I'd have no problem doing it, honestly. Like if it was any of you guys, if it was Rising Sun or anybody like that, I'd have no problem with it. I've even considered some of our newest subscribers, but they don't stream after us. They usually are streaming right where we are.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe even on other days when we're not streaming. Okay, so concentration time.
Gosh. Ow.
So much for concentration time. This guy hurts. He hurts a lot.
And quit a little bit earlier to make time for it.
I thought about that. I've thought about that concept. I need to find somebody. So then at that point I can just plan it out, because if I remember correctly on Twitch, it's a bit of a process to raid. So I've even thought of the idea of like working out stuff, because I've seen bigger Twitch channels do this, so I don't know if I'd be eligible. Being able to, I don't know what it's called, but you basically become a secondary stream for them, like a mirrored stream for their day, so that your audience can go and check out their content. The way I've seen it primarily is like with Maximilian. He did it with his wife when she would do cooking streams, but then I've also seen other streamers do it too with friends that they have. So I would love to be able to do something to that effect.
While you deal with this boss fight, I am going to play a little game called Splitgate. While I also watch you play Bloodborne at the same time.
A little game of what? Oh, Splitgate? Okay. Gotcha. All good, Atlas.
Yep.
That's kind of what I do with streams, too, honestly, is like I turn them on in the background and just listen to them. That's, like, in my opinion, that's the best way to be able to enjoy shit. Okay, I did not plan that out well at all. Ow!
Ow!
Well, alright. Cthulhu killed me. That was a thing. I'm sorry. I know I said nasty things about you. I'm sorry, man. We can't all be Eric Cartman and be your best friend, okay? Yeah, that's another great South Park episode. Cartman befriends Cthulhu. Because of course he would. So, yeah, but yeah, that discussion aside, oh, Jiminy Christmas. So what were we talking about before? We've diverged into so many different things. Because I talked about George Takei, and then I talked about CM Punk, and jeez. Oh, another question that I have for everybody. So, how many Arnold DVDs have you burned in the last 2 weeks? I'm just asking for a friend. I'm asking honestly for a friend. Cause I know lots of friends that have lost respect, so much respect for their childhood idol, Arnold Schwarzenegger. For example, a few anime reviewers have jumped to Twitch streaming like right now. The anime dude is on, he goes by Jordan on Twitter. Okay. What's going on with it? Oh, Jiro, did you not see this? Yeah, I can't remember who was interviewing him, but Arnold basically he decided to throw his hat into the vaccine argument, to which at that point he got the lovely quote of "Screw your freedom." It's not more. What is it? It's not more important than mine.
You may have to back up, Adam, and let him come out.
Yeah, it's like, screw your freedom. It's not more important than my freedom. And so at that point, he irritated so many people for saying that. And actually, the response, even though I was on vacation when it happened, it was kind of glorious to see. All right, I still have 24, so this will be good. But I've enjoyed a lot of people on Instagram going like, so how many people have burned their Arnold DVDs? Or how many people got rid of their Arnold pictures?
Maybe you need to kind of avoid him until he jumps like that one video.
No.
Why?
Because no. Because you face a challenge head on.
You've been dying.
You face a challenge head on, Andrea. That's how it goes. Yeah, we can try that. Yeah, I could check into that. So what is he? The anime. So the anime dude. So look up the anime dude on.
Okay.
Jiro, send us what the thing is, so Andrea can search for him on Twitch. You kind of have to watch what you say on social media because you're gonna offend someone. Yeah, no kidding. And unfortunately, he hasn't learned the lesson. But the best jokes that I've seen made with Arnold is when he said "screw your freedom" and somebody bounced like you screwed the nanny. Oops.
What is it? The George?
I think he said he was named the anime dude. Yeah, I'd have no problem starting or ending things a little bit early just to maybe go do that. I mean, unless you have a need for that, Andrea. Did you hear me?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I know you like the streams, but we also had to get up earlier.
There is the mating dude, but I don't know if that's the same thing. But
Oh, you're not spelling it right. So anime is ANIME.
oh, well, excuse me.
It's okay. I literally am not meaning to criticize you for that. Just, at least I didn't give you the accent that you have to put into it. Otherwise, you sound like the PlayStation version of Otacon. It's like when I watch those Japanese animes. Oh, he put it in the chat. The Anime Dude YouTube. So, all one word. The Anime Dude YT.
Should I just go out of this? Or...
No, stay in here, and then... So, what you do is...
Oh, wait.
Yeah, right there.
Oh, gosh.
Right there. Yeah. So, he's live right now, you said? Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I just want to make sure that you would have to follow him, too. So, first things first, dismiss. Okay. I want to see his... Oh, I might actually have to do this on the PC. I don't think I can do it on the app. Where I have to follow him. Do I have to follow him for a number of days? Because I know YouTube has, like, that weird restriction. Okay, I'm gonna...
You would have to follow him, too.
Yeah, but that's why I'm double-checking to see if... he usually plays Apex today. He is doing an anime quiz. Oh, okay. All right. But I'm not a fan of Apex. Well, people play the games that they want to play. Jeez, okay. Dude, that is a big explosion. Bam! Okay. Dang it. Okay, this isn't actually going that bad, honestly. Oh. Okay, that hurt.
It's hard when you can't tell if he's...
Well, I haven't dealt with his jump that many times, so I don't know, like, how
True.
it works. So this is just more, like, I'm still getting used to the mechanics of the fight. Because the way that I'm seeing it is he either can jump in front of you or he can jump behind you, but he doesn't really jump to the side. And what it looks like is a majority of the time he jumps behind, but that could change. What I'm more frustrated about is that it's such a gauntlet to get back to him.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like my biggest complaint.
We have to start with doing Maria instead?
Oh, I mean, if we have enough issues, I have no problem going over to Maria. I just want to kill Lawrence before we take on the Orphan of Kaz. Because then at that point, like, the Orphan of Kaz is like the last one. And, I mean, I like this game a lot more than Dark Souls 2, so I kind of want to finish it.
I think the proper way is to follow and watch their content a bit. But that would be a good way.
Proper ways to follow and kind of watch their content. I'd have no problem watching them. I need to do that tonight after streaming, so... Actually, that might be beneficial to us because we just barely found out that my daughter might be needing additional therapy hours, and so we might have to get up early. Screw you. That was actually pretty good, considering. Okay, so... Good old Jiro. Jiro's helped us out so many times with proper streaming etiquette and all that. He's been such a godsend to us the last few years as we've entered the streaming arena, so to speak. Okay, I am so sick and tired. Damn it! I didn't want to just die watching his crotch.
Well, you just had to.
Do I look like a WoW tank anymore? He seems to stream around the same time, so maybe try next time, but try to be a good viewer in between. I don't have a problem with that. I've been a good viewer with some of the other places. I just don't tend to participate when it's streams that are huge, because that chat goes 18 bajillion miles a minute. That is where I tend to be a lurker. That's why I don't really have issues with lurkers. I get it. Because sometimes the chat just goes by so freaking fast, even with slow mode. It's kind of hard.
Like, what the heck?
Yeah, have you ever tried to do that? It is hard. Like I've really enjoyed doing, for example, Ricada Law, and his stream just moved. It's going by so freaking fast that I can't keep a conversation on there. I'd much rather like stay in a Discord server while we watch. How did I not get you guys in the line of fire? Come on, man. You can beat this boss. Oh, yeah, I have an issue with big ones. It's just emote after emote. Yeah, that's another problem, too. Especially when you get the big streamer asking for, like, Fs in the chat or fire in the chat. And it's just like... And then it goes even faster. So... In bigger streams, I tend to be a lurker. But in smaller streams... like with Lexi Rose and a couple of others, like, I'm just an active participant because I don't really care. Like, I'm not criticizing anybody, I'm there to have fun. Well, in the case of Rising Sun, I'm there to harass him, but that's just because he earned it. Right? He just earned it. Constantly makes me think about Taco Bell in the middle of a boss fight. Okay, this time I'm gonna be quiet. Oh. Whoa.
Man.
You really just can't go on the side of his big arm. You can't do it. Okay, well. This is why I have Andrea here. Because if she wasn't here, I'd be getting mad with myself and I'd be throwing the controller.
Yes, you would.
But now I can laugh at some of these deaths, so...
I'd be like, wake me up when the boss is dead.
Screw you. If I have to stay awake, so do you.
Oh, darn.
But no, to me, it's just... I've explained this to Jiro, I'll explain it to you. It's like doing a raid boss in WoW. It's like, once you beat them, oh, the high. The dopamine you get off that. It's wonderful. It's glorious. Kind of like last night when we beat Living Failures. That made going to bed just so much more satisfying to be able to end the stream on at least one boss kill. And we were figuring out how to open up Lawrence. There we go. Oh. Dude, they like dropping stuff. Okay. It's the pain of the lead up though. Yeah.
Let him come out and then you can get around. Oh, that was your
Yep,
tip.
there you go. Andrea called that. Okay. Super duper quiet time. Super duper quiet time.
So it seems like if you wait for him to strike 3 times like that, maybe then go in and smack him.
Yeah, I'm just misjudging the distance.
Oh, you could have hit him maybe a couple of times there.
Maybe, but I'm still getting a feel for my dance partner here, so.
Get behind him.
Okay.
I'm gonna smack that guy in the butt. Back up! Oh, good. I thought he was gonna do that
It's a gamble
explosion.
each time.
I know.
'Cause sometimes he does that, sometimes he doesn't. Okay. Now that time to jump behind. Dang it. It's that big one I keep on misjudging.
Ah! Dang.
That was still pretty good, though. Okay. I've learned my lesson. I have to be quiet. Even though I like talking to you guys. I haven't seen you guys in a while. So, yeah, just curious, Andrew. What do you think about Arnold saying that? Because that happened while we were on vacation. You know, he just goes out and says, "Screw you, flee them!" You know, like he did his maid.
All because of, I can't remember what was the reason.
Because of people who refuse to take the vaccine or refuse to wear masks in public.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know what to say.
I personally look at it as an act of fear.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's getting up there in years, so he's right up in the age that would affect him. But that's kind of my issue with it, is that when you act out of fear and cowardice, you tend to have actions that end up like that.
Mm-hmm.
Which is kind of the opposite of what his characters have been known to be. So he might want to reconsider that, but my viewpoint is it doesn't matter what I think, because in the greater public scope, he's done.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if there was a new Expendables game that he wanted to be a part, a new Expendables movie he wanted to be a part of, yeah, screw that. It's not happening now. At least not with Arnold. Another anime YouTuber that streams too, she has been... so look up Just Simply Rose on Twitch. Yeah, I can check out both of them. I'm not a big Minecraft fan, but I can... For me, a stream is more talking to the person than the gameplay itself. It's one of the reasons I like Max, is like, you know, while you're watching a really good fighting game, you can learn a bunch of really cool factoids that maybe you didn't know. Because, you know, Max is one of those arcade monkeys or arcade jockeys who just... He spent a lot of time there, and so he would know a lot of those details. Not to mention, you know, dude's worked with Capcom and Microsoft. And that's the one time.
I take it it's this person?
Yes.
Okay.
Come on, buddy. Of course, that's the time that you do it. Bam. Okay, so... Damn it. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Okay.
Ow.
Mm-hmm. Hey, you're doing good, buddy. I know you're gonna beat this boss tonight. It's close. There is a second phase I'm worried about, but I'm getting there. Yeah, I wish you could, like, bookmark those for me so I can check them out later. Even better, Jiro, I know this is more work for you, and I'm sorry about it. Send me those links via DM. And that way I can bookmark them and I can watch them later. Because either that or I'm not going to be able to watch them on TV, which is the way I'd like to. Fucking Roku. Won't work out a deal with Twitch. Roku doesn't have a freaking deal with Twitch. Or actually, I can watch them on this TV, now that I think about it. I think Fire TV still has a Twitch app. A working Twitch app. Let me clarify that. Here we go. Yeah, this is why I like WoW rating, guys. Is like, yeah, sure, you hit your head against a brick wall a number of times, but do you want to know what's satisfying? Eventually you get that dopamine rush when you actually beat the boss. And it's even, I would actually say it's a little bit stronger in this sense because it's just me. It's not a team of people. Screw you.
Ow.
Ah, that was me being a dumbass. But okay. It's alright, man. Let's see, so... Yeah, I'll check those guys out and see if we can do anything about it. You know, since we have all the key people here, really quick, what is it, a YouTube app that we have to use? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What are you guys' thoughts on the live-action Cowboy Bebop now that we've had a cast reveal?
There's an actual...
Because, I don't know about you guys, I've been laughing at it the last 2 days. Because it's exactly what I thought was going to happen.
Really?
Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. Are you looking it up right now?
No.
Oh, okay. No, you're on Harry Potter. Stop it. You guys need to side with me here really quick. You guys need to tell her that Harry Potter Hogwarts Mystery is a predatory game and she shouldn't be playing it.
The Dark Road's not available right now.
What's that?
Dark Road's not available right now.
I'm sorry. So you can't even play the game, like,
Not right now.
just to gather gems or whatever?
No.
That's stupid. Why?
Well, they have to wait until it'll be available as soon as they do the...
Because even with Union Cross, they still let you play the game, right?
No.
Like, you could do raid bosses and...
No, not Union Cross anymore.
Well, no. I'm saying when it was active.
Oh, when it was, yeah.
Because there was, like, weekly raid bosses and...
Yeah.
So you had shit you could do.
Yeah.
No, instead they just said, F you guys. If you want to play your Kingdom Hearts, too bad. Oh, jeez.
No, I think it might be... there'll be another version coming out, like, probably in September or October.
Which will have more stuff.
Which you'll be able to now replay more Dark Road as soon as the new version comes out.
Ow! Okay.
Like it's like an offline version, but
Okay.
you'll be able to replay it again, but it's not ready yet. So I'm like, oh.
It's not ready yet.
No.
Nah, I understand that. Still, you shouldn't be playing Harry Potter Hogwarts Mysteries, I'm just saying. It's a predatory game. They try to leech out... literally, guys, this is how I know it's a predatory game. She is playing it throughout the day. Like, she has to log into it 8 different times because she runs out of material.
Oh, yes.
That's what I'm saying. It's a predatory game. Because the ultimate... I mean, thankfully, you don't do this, and I'm happy about it, but, the ultimate deal if you were a kid would be, you want to make this go faster? Okay, why don't you use your dad's credit card?
No. That's one thing I forgot, that it's very similar to Union Cross, and you can't...
Yeah, in Union Cross, you could buy stuff with real money, right?
Well, yeah, you either had a choice between if you want to make it easier on yourself, you can buy whatever the resources you need to continue, or you just had to wait it out until your AP or energy or whatever regenerates, but it takes over a certain period of time.
Yeah.
To be able to continue.
But if you don't want to wait, then you can just pay real money.
Oh yeah. It's you can pay in whatever the in-game currency, or you can pay with real money.
Yeah.
To get the resources you need. It just depends
on how... I've played games like Plants vs. Zombies 2 that were predatory and had microtransactions in them, and it's just bullshit. You're gating out the game just because you want people to pay into it. It's why I don't like the model.
Well, yeah, because I went into Union Cross. I mean, not really early on, but I came in about around the time when AP was a thing on missions.
Yeah.
That if you use up all your AP, you have to wait over an hour or so to have it regenerate to continue on. But ever since after a while, mostly all the main story missions were free. You didn't have to do AP anymore. But doing raids or during special certain missions, it costs maybe AP to do. And once you run out, you have to wait, or you can choose to purchase purchase it depending on whatever it asked for, if you had it. So what is Cowboy Bebop anyway?
It's an anime. I will answer you later as soon as Quiet Time is done.
Okay. Smack that guy. I wish we could just stab him in the face.
You can.
I know.
You missed that part.
Funny how this thing is named Lawrence.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Oh, okay. That was the clap back of doom, I guess. Oh, shit. Okay. I think I've officially annoyed him. Ow! Well... Okay, well, that was the touchdown pass, wasn't it?
And you survived.
Yeah, that shouldn't have happened. Ah! Dang it. That's why most of the time I prevent myself from playing any kind of game that forces you to pay to play even more. That's just their way of milking you dry. Yeah, no, I tend to avoid them as well, just because they're not fun in a lot of those cases. Which is actually... That's gotten me in trouble, because I know that there, and let me clarify this. I know that there are mobile games that don't do that, okay? Or they more incentivize you to earn the in-game currency than just using your money to pay for it. I know that those games exist, but the problem is that they are so few and far between in an ocean of shit that it's hard to find them. Like, the one game that I know that I've wanted to play on mobile for a while, but I'm going to wait until Part 2 comes out, is Fantasian. Fantasian is a game, it is the last game of Hironobu Sakaguchi. He will make no more after that. Like, that's sad to me. Sakaguchi made Final Fantasy. I love Final Fantasy, and now he is set to retire, and Fantasian, a mobile game, will be his last effort. It's a crying shame. It really is. But yeah, I know that thing isn't predatory, so I will play that. The other one that I've been tempted to do is Final Fantasy Opera, or Dissidia Opera Omnia. But it does, from what I understand, have like real money practices, and that's annoying as hell. But they're avoidable. It's kind of like Union Cross. They're avoidable. So I don't mind that. And I've even debated whether or not to play Diablo Immortal when that comes out. I'm still up in the air about it. I don't even know if it's going to come out because Blizzard's fate is so uncertain. But no, I get that there are good mobile games out there. It's just unfortunate that a lot of the games that most people play on mobile are microtransaction pieces of crap. Okay. Hey, I got a hit.
Hey,
so.
nice.
Whoa! Okay. Ouch.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I paid for that. But no, you're not wrong. I mean, there are games that I've considered for retro reviews that are mobile. A lot of people don't know that. I intend on maybe taking on a couple of them that are predatory and calling them out for being. That's the way it is. Let's see, what else do we have on the docket here? Oh yeah, so live action Cowboy Bebop. Actually, why don't you take a look at it, Andrea? You know very little about Cowboy Bebop. So, to answer your question, Cowboy Bebop is an anime. It's actually considered one of the most acclaimed because the creator Shinichiro Watanabe literally created an anime that is American in so many ways. And one of the big ones is the emphasis on music being a really great storyteller for the episodes. All of the episodes are based on some kind of music and will have some kind of music in that style to be kind of the background music. So, like, for example, they have things like Jupiter Jazz and Boogie Woogie Frong Shui, and they'll have those themes, but it centers around the ship called the Bebop, and all of the cast members that are on it, who are in essence bounty hunters, or in this era they're considered to be cowboys.
Okay.
Hence Cowboy Bebop. So each episode is a job that they have to take on. Each episode is a mark that they have to bring in to be able to make ends meet. And while they're doing all this stuff, you will also get stories that are based in character development for the five main characters. So you have Spike Spiegel, who is the main character. Like a lot of the series follows him. You have Jet Black, who is the owner of the Bebop, and is a former cop in that era. Let me actually just go back to the Hunter stream because I want to do some modifications. You have Faye Valentine, who was the sex appeal of the series. Okay, so she was that the sexy lady, the femme fatale of the group, and in turn has a mysterious past because you start to learn about it as the series goes on. And then you have Ed, who's like a notorious hacker that just so happens to be a little kid. And even though I say there are 5, the 5th one kind of goes in tandem with Ed. And that is the little dog they have named Ein. Because it's supposed to be like a super genius dog. And since they couldn't figure out, or I'm thoroughly convinced Watanabe could not figure out what to do with Ein, so he just paired him with Ed. And so, like, and Ed, every plotline that they did with him was kind of a comic relief deal. Or I should say her. I don't know. I can't remember the gender that Ed is. Wow, that's just bait for a transgender character, isn't it? So this series lasted 26 episodes. And initially in Japan it failed. It didn't do very well. But in America, it became a hallmark. It became an amazing series. It's honestly the gateway drug for 90s anime. If you don't know if you're going to like the medium or not, I have recommended Cowboy Bebop to a lot of people. I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of it, But if you want something that will help you get into the medium, then it's a great way to be able to do it.
Did Alex get into it?
He's watched it. He doesn't like it. But it's because he likes slice of life anime. So this wasn't going to do it for him. I like it, but I have problems with it because I feel like there could have been more character development and the focus was more just to have fun episodes.
But now they're coming out with a live action.
Yes, Netflix is. And yeah, I'm so happy that they're doing that. Let me tell you. Can you see how happy I am on my face?
Something tells me that's a no.
Oh, it's absolutely a no. I am so pissed that they decided to do this because every time we have had a live-action anime adaptation, it's failed. It's failed horribly. The only time I can say that there's been a success has been Alita Battle Angel. That's it. And technically, Hollywood considers that a failure because it didn't preach to its audience. Okay? But we have Ghost in the Shell, Dragon Ball Evolution. All of them have been horrible. And immediately, I knew that because of the unique way that the formula is built, they couldn't do Cowboy Bebop justice. It would just be a better thing to leave it alone and come up with a brand spanking new idea. Which, I mean, you might be in agreement with. So, they released the casting for it, or the cast for it. If you want to go ahead and dig out a picture, and I'll kind of dissect it for you. Let's see, so the Chicago, maybe we'd be able to fortify it a little bit more. I don't know. Oh, wait. Oh, no, that's just what I have. Okay, so tempering. No, I have a bunch of thrust stuff that would work, that it would upgrade, but not, like, physical attack. Oh, no, and then I want this one. Nope. Okay, so I've done Ludwig's. What about the sock lever?
Are you still going to do your Thursday stream solo?
Yes.
Oh, you're back, Jiro.
Welcome back, Shiro. I feel like they will give it a good try, but I'm skeptical. I don't even think they'll give it a good try, honestly. Especially now that I've done my homework on the cast, and I don't have any issues with John Cho, except it's an Asian dude playing a Jewish man. Which I don't care. Like, that's the least of my concerns. My biggest concern was there was no way. There were two things that were never going to fly with this. Ed was never not going to be a trans actor. They were never not going to take that. And I know that some people are saying, Ed's not in it. No, Ed's in it. I guarantee you that Ed's in it. And if they're just not being honest about that now, they will be about it later. And it will be a trans actor who plays Ed. And that will piss me the fuck off because that trans actor should be portraying a 13-year-old. Yeah, they have said Ed will not be in it. Bullshit. Ed will totally be in it. They just are scared that if they show Ed in the cast photo, they will get lambasted on Twitter, which they will. Not by me, because I'm out, but by dedicated fans of Cowboy Bebop who are not buying any of that bullshit. It's just gonna happen. So, did you look up a cast photo?
I was trying to find one.
Yeah, just do Netflix Cowboy Bebop photo, and it'll come up.
Oh, I thought, let's see. I guess I could do Netflix.
Yeah, that's how the search will go. Well, I mean, this is an improvement, so I guess. It's not a huge improvement, though. To nitrous. I mean, Hunter Axe. Well, I don't have anything on the Hunter Axe right now. Oh, that's disappointing. I was hoping. One more controversial moment that you should make sure that you pay attention to is never buy a gigabyte power supply ever in the history of computer building because they blow up with no warning.
Like, you mean like this?
Yes, so that's the cast photo.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so, sorry, let me go over this really quick, guys, because, she wants me to explain this, so I wish I could put this up on the screen, but for the moment, we're just gonna do this one. Okay, so that way you guys have a bigger screen. Oh, jeez, and that made it worse. I need to figure out how I fix that. Let's move back over to the live screen because it wasn't that bad. So, on the left is Spike.
Okay.
Okay, so he's the main character. He is being played by an actor named John Cho. I don't actually have any issues with John Cho. He's a good guy. I don't think that he's a Cowboy Bebop fan, but I think he's a good guy. Jet Black. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to tell you is wrong about this is Black is his last name. He isn't Black in the series.
Okay.
And he's a fuck ton older. We're talking a veteran detective of space cops. Because the setting of this, Andrea, is that humans have left Earth and have colonized Mars and Saturn and have a bunch of other places like that. But Earth has had a cataclysmic event happen to it, so it's not really all that habitable. So instead we have colonies on like Mars and Jupiter and all that. And so he was a former cop, I think, on Mars. Or, no, he was with the space police. And so at that point, he's a fuck ton older than this guy, because this guy's a black dude in his late 20s, maybe early 30s. And we're talking about a guy who's like in his 40s or 50s, near retirement age. I also don't... he's also supposed to have a mechanical arm. I do not buy that that's supposed to be a fucking mechanical arm. That's like stupid AI cyborg bullshit. And of course, the biggest elephant in the room, if you guys have not seen this image, go look it up on Google Images, Netflix, Cowboy Bebop cast. So that's Faye Valentine. Okay? I want you to memorize what she looks like for a second. Okay? Have you got it? Have you got it?
Yes, I got it.
Cool. So let's do images. Okay, so Faye Valentine. Let's do that. This will take a minute to load up. So that is Faye Valentine.
Okay.
Femme fatale. Does that look anything like that?
No, not really.
No, they made Faye tasteful. Which you shouldn't do. Because guess what, boys and girls? Sex sells. And yes, the femme fatale is why a lot of people watched Cowboy Bebop. Because she was that ideal girl who would look really great in a skimpy bikini. That's who Faye is. In fact, that's her character. Okay? She uses her feminine wiles to get what she wants. Alright? There's been numerous times where in order for them to lure the mark in, she's dressed up as a sexy waitress or a sexy woman who's a sexy escort kind of thing, so that then she can rig it so they get the money. Alright? So they can capture the guy. So a couple of things that I want to point out in that casting photo. So you'll notice that her outfit was straight up yellow.
Yeah.
Okay. Makes her stand out, right? It's like a straight up banana yellow. You'll notice that only her vest was yellow. but they decided to put her in black pants.
Okay.
There's actually a logical reason why they do that. Do you know what black does on a camera to a camera?
No.
It has a slimming effect. Okay? You will look thinner than you would in person.
Okay.
Okay? Have you ever heard the concept, like when people meet celebrities or whatever, oh, I thought you were taller, or oh, I thought you were skinnier. It's because the camera has its own level of tricks. All right? Do you know what happens when you put yellow on camera?
Makes sense.
The opposite. It makes you look bigger and weird. Okay?
Okay.
It's not a usual thing that you see. And so, if you want your character to look sexy on camera, how do you do that? If you're animating, you can do whatever the fuck you want. Because you're animating it. But if you're in live action, this is why in a lot of cases, a lot of female femme fatale characters in movies are in black. Okay? Because it makes them look sexy. Because in the movie industry, this is a reality, sex sells.
Yeah.
Okay? The sexy women are going to bring men into the seats of the movie theater to see what happens. Alright? It sucks, but that's the reality. Alright? So you have that issue with the black pants. You didn't even put her in a skirt so that she can be a femme fatale. You covered her up as much as you possibly can. And I actually think that one of the reasons you did it is because, look, this is going to be upsetting for some people to hear, but I'm going to guarantee you she's probably not that thin. Okay? She probably has a little bit of fat on her. Is that a bad thing? No. But when you're playing a character...
You gonna go up?
If you're playing a femme fatale character, you can't have that. Okay? So, again, this is why Bebop wouldn't make sense, because nobody could fulfill the characters. But they also went out of their way to cover her up more. Because she has that stupid effing jacket. She's never had that. Why would she have it? She looks hot. Why would she cover that up? It gives her confidence, plus it's literally her gimmick. Also, I'm going to guarantee you, the actress who is going to be playing Faye, guarantee you, there actually is episodes where Faye is sunbathing out on the ship in a skimpy-ass bikini. Okay? Guarantee you, the woman is not going to do that. Either because she doesn't have the body for it, or because it's sexist. You are playing the wrong character to make that argument. I wonder if they could get if they couldn't get Idris Elba. I bet actress didn't want to wear the outfit. Oh, I guarantee you she didn't want to wear the outfit. Couldn't get any other older actor that would take the pay. You could have. You could have, but they didn't want to. They wanted young black man because check off boxes.
So they can fill...
That's the problem with current day creative Hollywood and Netflix and all of that. Okay? It's not about fulfilling the vision. It's how many fucking boxes can you check off in order for it to be more PC. Hence why you're having a Jewish dude played by an Asian. Jet Black, well, we'll just make him black. Because diversity and inclusion. I'm surprised they didn't race band Faye and make her out to be like an Indian woman. The Eastern Indian, not American Indian. That's why early on this year I said, I'm out. I'm not watching it. If you guys want to go watch it, good on you. If you find it entertaining, even better. I'd much rather have you be entertained. But I guarantee you, I'm not going to be entertained. I'm going to get pissed. Because it's not going to be about Spike being able to get the target of the day. It's going to be how much social justice can we insert into this anime because we don't want to make new characters that might fail, so we're just going to go ahead and piggyback off of franchises that already exist! I'm a little angry about that, so there you go. That's my issues on it. But I honestly want to hear what you guys think of. I mean, like, I don't have any beefs with Spike. I think John Cho looks fine. I literally don't have any beef with how John Cho looks as Spike. Because in my opinion, Spike was the least character that you could fuck up. Because you can literally get cosplays of Spike. Spike was gonna be easy. I wonder if they're use the armor from Jax from Mortal Kombat. It would not surprise me. And that's just fucking lazy. Like, this is supposed to be a sign of his age, Andrea. He has a prosthetic arm and I think prosthetic legs. No, just the prosthetic arm. The legs are just like he has these big funky metal boots. But the prosthetic arm is supposed to be old, you know, like him. Because I think there's a few episodes where he complains about it. Like, stupid frickin' arm, you know, it gets stuck everywhere and all that crap. And that makes sense. Like, he's an old dude who probably got that, you know, when he had an accident on the Force. And so it was good at the time, but now it's fallen apart and he doesn't have the money to properly maintain it. That makes sense. That's fine. Oh, and the other thing that also irritated me, and this was my I'm out moment. One of my favorite episodes, Jupiter Jazz, they've already said is going to be an episode in the Netflix anime. But one of the reasons that episode is awesome is it's what I like to call a Spike-specific episode. So, long story short, Andrea, Spike used to be part of the mob. He was a hitman for the mob. Or more appropriately, like, he was a Yakuza.
Yeah.
On Mars. And so he lived a lot of his life being just a hitman. That's why he's good at killing people and he's good with guns and all that. And he also lost his eye. So I think it's his left eye is artificial because of a job. Well, in Jupiter Jazz, we need a character that has affiliation with Spike's rival, Vicious.
I don't think that was a smart move to
No.
make going right when he's spiking that.
So, like, where Spike's good with guns, Vicious is good with swords. And he's also a hitman. So he will kill people with katanas. And this friend, they met each other, I think it was in a war on Mars or Jupiter. And his friend got captured as a prisoner of war. And prisoners of war from the other side were subject to a bunch of improper, like, if they happened in current day, they would be illegal as fuck experiments. Some of those experiments actually made it so that he is a hermaphrodite. In other words, he actually grew boobs, but he still has his junk. It's just not, it doesn't work.
Okay.
Okay? And so you have that, but he's since been out. And the premise of Jupiter Jazz is that this friend is trying to call Vicious back because Vicious let him get captured.
Okay.
So he wants to kill Vicious. And part of the reason that you're supposed to feel bad for this character and understand his revenge is this experimentation. Guess what this live-action series is going to do? They're going to have a trans actor play him, and the character is just trans.
Okay.
He's just trans because it's ma'am. So I just gave you the reason why he's technically trans. He's been experimented on. This is not his choice. And that's part of the reason that the character works. They're just going to make him trans because trans rights. Well, there you go. You totally I'm totally convinced that you're a fan of this anime and the bold ground that it broke. Because you're literally going to take all of the reason out of a character just so that you can check another fucking box on your sheet. So yeah, fuck the live action Cowboy Bebop. If you guys enjoy it, great. I will be very happy to hear you guys' opinion on it, but I've already been asked if Geek News is going to do any kind of review or if we're going to watch it, and you already have one big wall. Me. I don't want to. I'd much rather go watch the original. So hopefully that answered your question, Andrea.
Yeah.
That is what Cowboy Bebop is. And that's why they want to do it. Because they don't want to take the bold action of creating a whole new show that could fail. Instead, they want to ride the coattails of something that is already successful and run it into the ground until it can make no more. It can't make any more money for them. I swear, I'm going to make a video on this, but Hollywood is creatively bankrupt.
You should do like one of your backstab sort of thing.
I can't. I've tried. The only time you can get like a backstab-esque move in there is when you stun him, and then you can stab his head. But
Oh, that's true. Oh, don't threaten him.
heck, I was gonna dash. That's what I was prepping to do. Oh, interesting. I thought it was a circle. I haven't gotten hit 3 times from that. It's not a circle. It's just in front. It's a cone. Well, that's good to know. Ow. Okay, that's new.
I don't think that was new. You just don't see it as often.
I haven't seen it, or at least I don't
I've
remember
seen
seeing it.
I've seen it a couple of times.
Okay, that's a circle. Whoa! Okay. Whoa.
Back up!
Damn it. At least now you're playing the pattern, or you're getting the patterns down of this boss. It's just a matter of dodging attacks. Yeah, exactly. Well, and I'm also learning little things here and there. The original will always be hands down plus the movie. Fun fact, Atlas, I've never seen the movie. I missed it when it came on Adult Swim. and I've never been able to secure a copy of the movie. So I've never seen it. I've heard it's great, but I've never seen the Cowboy Bebop movie. I'll watch that before the Netflix series. Let's put that. Let's see. You gotta love Cowboy Bebop. At least, oh yeah, and I just barely said that one. Yeah, I'm not saying that I wouldn't watch the movie. I've just never seen it. It's really hard to get your hands on.
To get the movie?
The Cowboy Bebop movie. Yeah. I thought it was pretty good. Okay. Yeah, I've never seen it. I know that it doesn't really do anything with any of the characters' plots, which is fine, because it's a movie, so you don't know how successful it's going to be, so you don't know whether or not it should be canon. I think Watanabe made a good decision in that regard. But I've never seen it. If I could get my hands on a copy, I would. Or if, like, Retro Crush or Funimation got the rights to the movie, I would love it. Because I don't think it's the same... Yeah, the rights to the movie are different than the series. Because I think Funimation has the rights to those. I got a bootleg before I knew it wasn't legit. Then I watched it later on DVD. Okay. So you're kind of in the same boat as me, Jiro. Because Alex still makes fun of me for this. I bought a disc set of all of Cowboy Bebop. Bought it on eBay. I thought it was legit. It looked similar to another box set that I had seen in FYE. So I thought it was legit. Turns out it was not. It was totally a bootleg. And Alex will never let me hear the end of it.
Really?
Yeah, one year he even bought me a legit box set of Cowboy Bebop.
Oh.
Or no, he bought me a legit box set of Trigun, and then he informed me that Cowboy Bebop also had one. And I think I bought it just because, you know, I wanted to support Cowboy Bebop. But it wasn't my fault. I didn't know that it was a bootleg, and it was cheap. Like, I'm a thrifty mofo when it comes to fandom stuff. Like, I don't want to pay a huge amount of money. Especially to a series that I have love for, but not a huge amount of love for.
I got a bootleg before I knew it wasn't legit. Then I watched it later on DVD.
Yeah.
They have it cheap, usually together in a combo DVD.
Oh, do they?
Mhm.
Okay, all the more reason for me to get a box set then.
Oh yeah, the subs were so jank.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I thought it was direct from Japan that happened to have quick English stuff.
Yeah, no. I think on my box set, I was actually weirded out because it didn't sound like Japanese. I think it's Chinese. It's like a Chinese dub, but it has subtitles. I was just like, oh well, I mean, I don't know Japanese, so I mean, this could be Japanese.
Ooh.
Okay, sometimes that can be a symbol.
Alright, I would steer clear until he calms down from his little rampage there.
You mean like that? Oh, hi. Oh! Okay, misjudged the distance. See, I'm okay with, like, little hits like that.
Well, yeah.
Not big hits like that.
Okay!
I'm not kidding. Okay. Damn it! Okay. Alright.
Oh!
Oh my gosh! Okay. Yeah, I thought it was direct from Japan. Oh, okay. I think they combined with American pop usually. It's so weird. Yeah. Well, that's one of the coolest parts about Bebop, in my opinion, is like all of the unique music. People don't realize this, but a lot of styles that a lot of people love now were developed in America. Boogie woogie, blues, folk blues, jazz. Oh, I'm trying to remember some of the other ones. Heavy metal. Fun fact, my first ever Cowboy Bebop episode on Adult Swim was Heavy Metal Queen. And it's still one of my favorites to this day. It's probably one of the few side episodes that has really no connection to the characters that I tend to like. Unless it's Faye or Ed plot, I don't care. Except for, okay, I lied. With Faye plot, there's one thing I care about. And that is the episode where they hunt down a Betamax player. Because that's fucking hilarious. So they do like this Indiana Jones montage going through the ruins of old Earth to get a Betamax VCR.
Really?
Yes. Because Faye gets a mysterious videotape that they want to know what's on it, but it's a Betamax tape. And remember, Beta, like, well, maybe if you don't know this, the original battle back in the day was Betamax versus VHS. VHS is the one that won. So all the cassettes that you use to record Pokemon and all that, those were VHS.
Yeah, I know that.
So Faye had this video in Betamax, and nobody had a Betamax VCR. So they had to go look on old Earth, like on the original Earth, go through this, like, tons and tons of ruins, and they made it out to be just like this Indiana Jones adventure to get a Betamax VCR so they could watch this video. Oh, and somebody just... Okay, I completely forgot about this. No, if they were checking off boxes, Faye would have been Asian. She would have been the Asian cast member because she's from Singapore, I think. See, the fun fact about Faye is that she is actually from the 20th century. So she was frozen in cryosleep because she had an illness, I think, and they couldn't cure it then. So her parents froze her so that when there was a cure, they could unfreeze her and give her it. Kind of thing.
Back in the day when VHS tapes were so much fun to collect.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you're right. I still remember Pokemon back then. I tried to get as many episodes as I could on VHS. Yeah, back when they only put like 2 or 3, but at least with VHS, it made sense that they had 2 or 3 episodes.
It was nice to get cheap anime for VHS. Oh yeah, I was always recording a bunch of Pokemon episodes on
Yeah, she was
VHS.
recording it. But he's talking about like buying those VHS tapes that would have like 2 or 3 episodes.
Yeah, I
on
know.
them.
Yeah, I know.
You know, back when anime VHS was actually pretty cheap, considering. Okay, I thought I timed that out right. Okay, so there is a distance quotient to it. Okay. See, guys, this is what happens when I start to get to know my opponent, is that I start seeing ways that I can cheat the system. I'm finding little ways where I can do damage here and there, but not an absurd amount. Fuck! Okay, I thought I was dead. Let's see. Oh my god, Dragon Ball Z on VHS. Now we're really going back to the Ocean Dub classics right here. I think I've heard the Ocean Dub, and I'm more used to it, but now I'm used to Shemmel and Sabbat than that. But I still love I think it's the Ocean Dub Vegeta. I love that guy. I guess Spike was Asian too. Yeah, actually, no, I think you're right. He was Asian, but he was Jewish. His last name was Spiegel. Try and explain that. And he wasn't even wearing a yarmulke. But again, like, Faye was Asian. So already they're inaccurately representing things. Because she's... I think it's like either Singapore or Malaysia is where she's from. Also, I can guarantee you, given how old Jet is in this live-action series, you can't do Boogie Woogie Feng Shui. Because half the jokes in that episode won't make sense. Because knowing them, they're going to cast the chick to be around Jet's age, when that's not the case. That episode made jokes because Jet goes to help a daughter of a friend be able to find her father's killer. And the girl is like 10 to 12 kind of thing. She's a young girl. And again, Jet is like 40 or 50. And the joke that happens throughout the whole thing from everybody is that Jet is dating this girl because he's not telling them why he's helping him. Why he's helping her. So it's just like, oh, yeah, that's a young catch for you, Jet. And Jet, like, continues to throw them off. Just like, that's not how it is.
You're assuming they will follow all the
They won't.
episodes.
No, I'm not assuming that. I'm actually guaranteeing you they won't. Do you really think that they're going to do Mushroom Samba? Are you real? No. Mushroom Samba would get them in so much shit for not only the fact that they're taking drugs, but also for the blaxploitation.
He's 35, but bald. I think that was the joke.
Yeah, no, he is. But I love the assumption that they made with that, and it's just funny. It's stupid. In reality, the one that I think would work, the one episode that I think absolutely would work in the live-action sense, it's probably Heavy Metal Queen, if they can make it work. But they're not going to do those new episodes. I guarantee you. Ballad of Fallen Angels ain't going to be there. Jupiter Jazz... Well, they've already said they're going to do a Jupiter Jazz. I guarantee you it's not going to be Jupiter Jazz. Ah, damn it. Jeez, there's a bunch of them they can't do. Brain Scratch they can't do because that refers to cults, so they can't do that. That would get them in trouble. I'd guarantee Faye's backstory wouldn't be anywhere near there. I know a lot of people want them to do, what was it, Cowboy Funk. That's not going to happen. And it'd be kind of dumb for it to happen in live action. Because one of the reasons Cowboy Funk was funny was because of all the hamminess that was in it. It's going to be a condensed version at Best of the Show. Probably, yeah. They're going to do Spike's backstory, and it's not going to make a lick of sense.
It's gonna kind of...
Yeah, I just read that one.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be a condensed version. Yeah, they're going to do the bare minimum at that point, and it's just going to be... It's going to be a bastardization. Another reason that I know that this isn't going to be successful, Watanabe is nowhere near it. I would not be surprised if just before that series comes out, Watanabe comes out and says, I don't endorse it. They didn't come and talk to me. Because I'm not saying that, like, their narrative right now is that the creator hasn't reached out. I guarantee you they haven't reached out. Or if they have, because this is traditional on how they do this, it's going to be like some remote email that was valid like 10 years ago, and they're just going to assume he still uses it. You know, because that's what happens now. It's easier to just have the plausible deniability. Well, he didn't reach out to us, so, you know, sucks to be us. Okay. Ow. That works. I'm so sick and tired of looking at your flaming crotch. Yes, Hulk Hogan. Oh, ow. I got one shot.
Ouch.
I got one shot. Oh, yeah, and by the way, speaking of Idris Elba, how many people heard that he's going to be playing Knuckles in the new Sonic movie?
I did not know that.
You know who Idris Elba is, don't you?
No.
Heimdall in the Thor movies.
Oh, okay.
If you have you seen Pacific Rim? I don't
No.
think you have.
Not really.
So yeah, he's Heimdall in the Thor movies. He's Deadshot in the new Suicide Squad. I mean, those are the roles I'm thinking of off the top of my head. Come on. Come on now. Screw you. This boss kind of reminds me of Blaze from Mortal Kombat Armageddon. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that. For me, it's like a burning Wicker Man kind of thing. So, like, it's making me think of Battle for Azeroth when we had all, like, the Wicker Man kind of references in Drustvar. Because his skull just kind of, like, his whole body kind of looks like that. But I could see, because Blaze is just supposed to be a dude that's just on fire. I'm trying to claim the power of Armageddon so I can slay Shang Tsung. By the way, Atlas, did you see that abomination that was Mortal Kombat 2021? Oh, good lord. That was bad. And not in a good way. Not in a laughable way like the other movies. It was just bad. Okay, one thing that is not helping my concentration right now is that I'm hot. Let's see. He started in the Dark Tower, yeah, which is sad. They adapted it in a way that makes no sense for people new to the series. Yeah, I was excited for that, by the way. I wanted to see the Dark Tower movie to see if it would be kind of a gateway drug into reading it, because that would technically be the first ever Stephen King book that I've read. I've seen movies based off his books, but I have not. I've not read his books, partially because he's a douchebag. But I was kind of interested because I heard podcasts talking about how cool the Dark Tower was, and then that movie was just it was trash from what I hear. They had no business trying to bring another movie like that in this day and age. Oh no, you're talking about Mortal Kombat. What's funny is that was the project. You remember the trailer that they had a while back where they rewrote all the Mortal Kombat characters as serial killers? I think that was the project that came out of that. Like, they got the rights to do a movie and eventually it became Mortal Kombat 2021. And, oh, dear Lord, the bad decisions that were made. I guarantee you, in a couple of years, Ed Boon will totally disavow that movie. Okay. That movie was like 3 books together. Well, that's what happens in movies, is they condense the shit out of them to see if they can make it work. I mean, Peter Jackson is not the norm when he did The Lord of the Rings. He didn't condense. He condensed a little bit, but he also tried to keep as much material in there as he could. And so it's a way different animal than, say, like the Harry Potter movies that tried to take out a lot. And frankly, a lot of really good stuff that I thought would have been really charming in the movies. Mm-hmm. Like I've said, like the Valentine's Day thing in Chamber of Secrets would have been really charming, and it actually would have been like right up Chris Columbus's alley to do that. Just punch him in the ass a couple of times. Okay.
Slam it up.
Damn it. I did not call that right. Ah, damn it. What the hell?
I know that.
You guys saw that, right? Yeah, he threw me down, but it bugged. I want my health back. He didn't have me.
No, but he magically lifted you in a different.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I want my health back, damn it. He didn't grab me. I call shenanigans.
Ow.
Ow. Ow, okay. Well,
Do not get into swinging distance there.
you make it sound like I'm intentionally doing it. Well, that was death.
Oh yeah, the tournament they condensed was sad and very funny.
Yeah. Well, that was 4. But that's what happens in Hollywood films. Is like when they take books on, they condense them. Because not all of the tiny moments that everybody loves is going to fit. But that's disappointing because Dark Tower, I don't think is that many books. So if they condense 3 books down, then that's bullshit.
Well, I'm sure. Wait, Dark Tower is in.
Dark Tower is a book series that was made by Stephen King.
Oh.
Basically, it's trying to mix. The way that I've heard described is that its story is trying to mix fantasy with like the Old West. So, like the way that I've heard about it is like the main character is a cowboy and his gun shoots magic, kind of thing. Man, this boss just wants to beat the living daylights out of you, buddy. You need to put him on timeout. Oh, you trust me. That needs to happen, and it have. I'm getting there though, because I'm finding little shortcuts here and there that I can ink out just a little bit more damage. I just really shouldn't be having these conversations. Come on. Come on. Ow! Why do you hurt me? Oh, I said I was going to try Maria, and I haven't done that tonight.
Yeah.
I've been working on Lawrence. I've been working on my buddy Lawrence here. He's a tremendous dude. He's always on fire just because he's always just that hot. Thanks, man. No! Thanks, Zangief.
Wow.
Ow. Well, that hurt. Oh, you suck. Fuck! Oh my gosh.
Oh, wow.
Okay. So Dark Tower is supposed to be the connection to a lot of other books like The Mist, Salem's Lot, etc. Okay, I didn't even know that. I didn't know he was trying to like connect his continuity. Because I think like a lot of these aren't necessary. Because if I remember correctly, Stephen King wrote it under an alias, right? Like a pseudonym, another name. Because that's his thing. Like if he doesn't do a horror, he writes under a fake name. Kind of like when, because I think J.K. Rowling did it when she did the new book, right?
She did it for,
I can't remember what it was called. You read it.
yeah.
But it wasn't J.K. Rowling on it. It was a pen name she created. You suck, all of you. F all of you. None of you got hit by the boulder. For the Running Man, he did. Okay. So I know, like, It is his name. I think the Green Mile is his as well.
I can't remember if it was the Cuckoo's Calling or Casual Vacancy.
Casual Vacancy.
Was under a different name, but it was JK's book, really.
Yep, because writers use pen names. And for the dumbest reasons, might I also point out. Dumb, not just in the case of the author, but also just because people can be stupid. I'll get to that in a minute if I can survive this. Ow.
Well, I guess you'll be getting to it now.
Alright, so, Andrea, let me ask you an honest question.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say Harry Potter's still going right now. So, like, book 5 just barely came out. You're thinking she's hard at work writing book 6, right?
Yeah.
Well, she decides to take a breath of fresh air and work on something else. Maybe she's run into writer's block. I don't know. And so she decides to go write The Casual Vacancy, but it's J.K. Rowling.
Mm-hmm.
As a fan, would you be mad that she went to go write something else other than Harry Potter 6, therefore making you wait longer for Harry Potter 6?
In this day and age, I probably wouldn't be.
As a kid?
As a kid, it might be a little harder, but I think, if you're just mature enough that you'd be like, you understand the circumstances is probably one thing, but
Yeah.
But for someone who's, just the type of person that's like has to make a big fuss over it.
Well, this is one of the big reasons that writers write under pen names.
Oh yes.
The other part that I'm gonna bring up to that is, okay, Andrea. So you only know J.K. Rowling because she's written fantasy kids books. What if she decided to do an adult horror?
Well, that'd be interesting.
That'd be interesting to you, right? As a kid, would you be a little worried? Because then she's kind of going into a whole new field. See, fans have this weird-ass methodology when it comes to authors that they have to write for their genre all the fucking time.
I think that's kind of stupid, really.
Yeah. I mean, it's successful. Don't get me wrong. I mean, you can look at people like crap. I can't remember his name. The guy who made Jack Ryan. Like he's done that, and he's made a career out of it, and he's got a nice little nest egg that he can keep. J.K. Rowling has a giant cauldron of money because of the 7 Harry Potter books. But what that immediately assumes by the public, which is unfair, is that author can no longer write anything else.
Oh my.
They are just not an expert in it, which is absolutely stupid.
I mean, if you want to be an author and write books, you can choose what you want to write, and you don't have to be stuck with the same genre all the time.
Yeah, and it's actually kind of refreshing to write for different genres at a given moment. Like, it actually does kind of help refresh things, and maybe you come up with some new ideas that actually would work in your main series. But fans, as well as authors, basically say, no, you can't do that, because it hampers your creativity, and it takes you out of what you're used to, and the fans won't like you for it. Hence why, in a lot of cases, if an author wants to try out something new, they will come up with a pen name, so that at that point, if the book fails, if people consider it bad, it doesn't harm their writing career.
Yeah.
Because they're still J.K. Rowling, damn it, and they can still go write another Harry Potter, you know? But for some reason, writers have thought for the last few years, like, no, we have to have pen names, otherwise... if we fail, then our next series book will suffer because of it. Or we might offend somebody, and therefore they are no longer buying our kids' book and might even start brigading us. It's so stupid. I've never understood why... Like, I understand why Stephen King does it, because in some cases he weirdly enjoys it. Writing under a pen name, just to... It's like people who go and, like, I'm trying to think of a YouTube example, but, like, somebody goes off to start a new channel just to see if they can have it just as successful as their main channel.
Mm-hmm.
't why Stephen King does it. And for that, it's like, okay, well, I mean, you get satisfaction out of that. But if... Crap, I can never... Tom Clancy, that's who I'm thinking of. If Tom Clancy wanted to go write a children's book, I don't think I'd care. I mean, it'd be funny if he wrote a children's book that had Jack Ryan in it. That'd be hilarious. But I mean, I don't see a reason why you couldn't just do that. And unfortunately, that's still like a taboo today.
Yeah.
Is you have to write under a pen name, or you might hurt your success. Why? There are plenty of crime authors that have gone over to write comic books, and they've been able to make good livings out of it. I think Greg Rucka is an example of that, and he's the only one that's coming into my head right now. Like, why is it considered taboo to do something else under a pen name? It just doesn't make sense. Or even in some cases, they'll make a pen name because their name sounds dumb, or like the name doesn't have enough value to it, so an agent will tell them to create a pen name because then it'll like make an edgier name so it'll sell better. Ow! Okay, well, he didn't jump out of the way, now did he? Oh, I'm making a mistake after mistake. This is not working out. Damn it. I want Lawrence dead, but now it's getting so late that I'm just making mistakes. You know what, for the hell of it, I'm going to try a new weapon and see if maybe that helps. Like, and I'm going to pose the same question that I posed to Andrea, and I'm going to pose it to you. If your favorite author decided to go into a whole new genre, and decided to use their original, like, would you still read it? And if it wasn't as good as, you know, because maybe they write fantasy really well, but they don't really write science fiction that well, would you hate them for that? Like, think about it, honestly. Like, your favorite author, would you be pissed if they tried to get into something else? Like, I've known some child authors in my life that just decided, you know what, screw it. You know, now that we've had our successful book series, we just won't write anything ever again because nothing will ever be as good as what they did. Okay, guys, I'm heading out for the night. It was good chatting with you guys. Again, let's do this again sometime. No, I agree, man. Have a good night, dude.
Good night.
We're probably going to be heading to bed pretty soon, too, because I am making mistake after mistake. It's not funny. And part of it is because I'm hot.
Maybe we should just... Oh, after this, if we still have time, we should just do some more grinding.
Do some more grinding, or maybe go see Maria. Well, right now, I'm going to try and do this with another weapon, just to...
Try some.
See, maybe if I have a little bit more luck with it. Because another problem that I'm having is there are a lot of times I'm missing, and it's annoying the shit out of me.
You can beef up some more of your weapons.
I need some chugs to be able to do it. Yeah, I don't think level is the problem. I mean, I know that there are ideal builds that you can build for each of these weapons, and I don't have one of those. I have kind of a generalized one. But that's fine. I don't really care. Yeah. goodness, and that's the furthest down we've had him. Oh my gosh. Oh. Well, we can either grind, or we can go and check out Maria.
Either way is fine with me.
I think it probably... Well, let's see how much we have left. Because we only have like a half hour.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I might actually need to hook up the AC for nights in the summer, because this is ridiculous. I'm sweating buckets right now. Oh my goodness. So, really quick, just as a reminder, so Wednesday streams, I'm not sure if they're going to continue, simply because it's hard for us to be able to do that, because Wednesday is the day before you've got your shifts, so you already kind of don't like it, and sometimes we can make it work, and sometimes we can't, so I think we're going to avoid those, and we'll just move those Let's Plays into... what we do here. Hence why I was bringing up God of War earlier.
I'm not saying I don't mind doing streams of it. It's just hard when, we're trying to do it every week,
Exactly, and that's the issue. So that's why I'm saying, like, I want to change that. So at that point, like, that's probably what's going to happen. Thursday is going to be a solo stream. And I know that some people have kind of not liked the theme, but I'm going to keep it because I actually do like it, which is basically all work and no play. Makes Drak a boring boy. So I'm going to get a little work done on, like, retro review footage if I need it. And then I'm going to play a game that I want to play. Whether that be a fighting game, or since I figured out that I can run PC and it doesn't really affect my streaming... And I have a means to be able to play PC games on the couch, because, I do. Maybe I'll play those on the couch, because I like playing games like that on the couch. So we'll do that. So that'll be Thursday, and Friday we're going to be doing the podcast. We're going to do just kind of a little bit more catch-up stuff, plus some news stories. So that'll be fun. And then Saturday, I opened it up on the Discord server for either Bloodborne or Ghosts of Tsushima. I was kind of hoping to make more progress than this in Ghosts, or in Bloodborne. So maybe we'll do Bloodborne on Saturday. Just to see if I can get either Lawrence or Maria down. Because I really need to get off Bloodborne. Not because it's bad, just because I've been on it for a while, and I just want to try something new.
We'd like to move... Ouch! That's funny.
I didn't exist in the game. What are you freaking out about?
It's just, it's like we would like to scratch another one off the list.
Yeah, pretty much.
One.
But there also might be Saturdays in the future where, I've talked about this with Andrew, and I'll bring it up with you guys. I wouldn't mind opening it up to playing with you guys and basically having, like, a community night where we play, I don't know, things like Fall Guys or Mario Party or Mario Kart. I don't have a problem with any of those. I mean, and when I brought it up with you, you didn't have an issue with doing that. So maybe we'll do that. That'd be fun. Because I don't want to just, like... Don't get me wrong. I love you guys and the fact that you're willing to indulge us wanting to be able to get through games. But I also wouldn't mind being able to play with you guys, too. So, we could do that, too. I even thought about, like, on Sunday nights, if I can make it work, doing, like, a community night podcast. Like, not necessarily a podcast, but, like, a community night where I can just talk to people and not have to worry about setting up a subject, or, like, I might bring a topic to it, but that'd be it. I wouldn't mind doing that, but it just depends. We don't get many days off, so that's kind of the issue with it. There we go. Okay. You guys suck. Oh, cool. Blood vials. I'll take those.
Thank you for giving us the blood vials.
Yeah, I need at least 2 bosses taken down this week. Otherwise, I'm going to do next week as totally Bloodborne as well. Like, Drak doesn't get to have any fun until he murders more bosses. But we also need to get some other games caught up, because we have sequels in those series coming out next year. Well, we know that for Horizon, but God of War Ragnarok might be delayed. So it's entirely possible we don't get Ragnarok next year, but it still would be a good idea to get through the God of War games, just to say that we did. Okay. I really wish we had a gemstone that would help out with the damage of this thing, but we do not. So it's time for the Bato Jutsu. I also want to beat the crap out of Maria, because there's actually a weapon in the DLC that I want to try out. You actually saw me look it up yesterday.
Yeah.
Because you can get dual katanas like apparently Maria has. And you want to know what makes things better than 1 katana?
What?
2 katana.
Hmm.
I know, I'm simple-minded, but I don't care. Like, I've loved katanas ever since I was a kid. Oh, and I wish Kasaiba was still here. I need to blame him, because now I've had, like, this overwhelming urge to go watch The Last Samurai again.
Mm.
Well, because he brought it up at the Ghost stream.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, you know what? Last Samurai sounds pretty good right now. Damn you, Kasaibo. Damn you for recommending a good movie. A good Tom Cruise movie, nonetheless. Alright. A good Tom Cruise movie as well. Yes, Tom Cruise has bad movies. Nobody will tell me that he's had, like, a perfect film run. So, for example, not a fan of Jerry Maguire. I know people love to quote it, show me the money, but I'm not a fan of Jerry Maguire. I have no problem saying it. Also, Minority Report is a good movie. It's not one of Tom Cruise's best performances. There are other actors in that movie that gave better performances than Tom Cruise did. Tom Cruise phoned it in for whatever house payment he needed to make. Okay. Now that I've done a run, let's see how many blood vials we have. This is probably what, like my fun portion of the Thursday stream is going to be. Me farming blood vials so we can just continue to have runs and devote the whole night to them. Oh my goodness. And holy crap, we had a lot of people come out tonight. That was awesome. Yeah, it's fun to see you guys, because then we can have fun and shoot the crap and just enjoy things. But we have like 10 minutes, so at that point, I think it's a good job to, or I think it's a good thing to call it here. So, thank you guys so much for joining us. When I come back on Thursday, I'm gonna have probably some review footage that I need to go get, as well as maybe some Bloodborne, maybe something else. I guess we'll find out. And also the podcast on Friday, so you guys can stay tuned for that. Until then, take care, everybody, and have a good night.
Good night, everybody.